Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So my eyeshadow is already done. This is primarily just going to be focused on the face, testing out a new product. So basically this video is going to be testing out the Fenty Beauty primer and foundation. I finally just got the primer in the mail. I did buy the foundation where I am. I'm going to do a first impressions pretty much. So if you're not new to my channel, you know that I usually do apply my foundation with a brush and then I go in with the Beauty Blender after and just pick up any extra product. But just to start off the video, I'm doing one side Beauty Blender, one side brush. So on this side I'll be doing the Beauty Blender and then this side I'll be doing my Morphe brush. I have both products right here. This is the primer, this is the foundation. When I first buy makeup, I don't know if it's just me, but I never want to get rid of the packaging. This is a super sleek, cute bottle. For foundation, I got the shade 260, and then this is just the primer. The foundation does say to shake well. Okay, so it has it down here on the bottom. Just on the front, it just says Fenty Beauty, and then the bottom says Soft Matte Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. And I have oily skin, so I have really high hopes for both the primer and the foundation. I'm actually super excited. I have heard that the foundation does oxidize a little bit, but I mean with powder you can lighten any foundation. So let's go in with the primer. I'm just so excited to do this. Okay, so I'm gonna put this again all over my problem areas, which would be here, here, here. Basically my T-zone. It looks like lotion, honestly. And just apply that. Does feel nice. It almost feels like I'm putting on sunscreen again, because I do wear sunscreen on my face. You definitely only need a little bit of this. I applied too much, so I'll just go ahead and put it all over my face. Like a soft baby powder scent almost. Like a baby powder lotion, but it's not as strong. So this doesn't get super tacky. It does a little bit, but it's not as tacky as like other foundations, primers. So right off the bat, I'm not seeing that the primer did anything. I don't see that it smoothed out my pores. I don't see that it looks like anything really. Instant retouch. So it's supposed to look like pretty much a filter. It says Pro Filter. Anyways, let's just go ahead in with the foundation. Again, I'm in the shade 260. This is also cute packaging, except the lid is white. Again, I'm in the shade 260, Pro Filter Soft Matte Long Wearing Foundation. Put 2 pumps. It is my skin color here, but I mean, we'll see. So I have heard that this dries fast, so I'm just gonna do it in sections. I'll do it here with my Beauty Blender. So that was that side. It looks good. After putting on the foundation right in here, I don't see any of my pores. It literally looks like there's a filter on it. It's kind of bugging me out, honestly. And so now we're going to go in to this side. You can kind of see which side has foundation on it. I'm just going to do 1 pump. I'm going to go into this side with a brush. And we'll see how this works. Again, you want to work with it kind of quickly. Just put the dots, or however you apply your foundation, you just want to put it in one area. That the Beauty Blender does a better job than the brush, because my forehead is not looking good, and neither is this side of the face. So I'm gonna go back in with my Beauty Blender. So my thoughts right now on the foundation, it doesn't seem to be getting that much darker right now, even though this side of the face is dry. I will go ahead and say that I love the way the Beauty Blender applied it better than the brush. But again, I do usually just do the brush application and then I use the Beauty Blender to pick up any excess product. Just looking at the foundation right now, in here is literally like perfected. It is perfected. I don't see my pores, I don't see anything like that. I don't shave my face, so I do see my hair. Obviously, it's not a miracle. It's not going to make the hair go away. My forehead right here kind of looks iffy because I think that's because I used the brush over there, but this side looks perfectly fine. I guess we'll just have to wait and see on that. If you are interested in how it wore throughout the day, It's currently 11:30 a.m. I will probably have this on until after 5 p.m. So I have a few hours to test it out and see how it goes, where I work, and stuff like that. I will leave it in the description box down below of how it wore, how I feel about it, what's my opinion. But so right now, it's looking, my skin color, it's not oxidizing or getting darker or anything like that. But I'm gonna go in and finish the rest of my face. I'm just gonna quickly go in and do the rest of my face. Honestly, it feels like second skin. Like, it does not feel like I have foundation on or anything. But I still will go ahead and set it. I don't want to not set it. I just want to do my regular foundation routine. I don't want to do anything different. It doesn't feel that tacky. It feels great. You probably could just go ahead and go about your day. I apply this right under my eyes, not too much. And it doesn't matter where you apply it, just as long as you blend it out in an upside down triangle. Okay, and so now I'm going to set my eyes with the Kat Von D Lock-It setting powder. And just go ahead and set that. In order for me to not get cakey eyes, I try to do the most that I can, really. And so when I grab the powder, I will grab the powder out of the cap, whatever's in there, dust it off, and start down here. So that way this will deposit most of the powder here on your face and not all under your eye. That's just something that I've been doing so that way my under eyes don't get cakey. I'm very big on non-cakey under eyes because I have like wrinklies. Not wrinklies because I'm young, but I just have like fine lines under there that just drives me insane. And then I'm also going to take my Tarte Shape Tape. Oh, it's in the shade medium, by the way. And I'm just going to put it at the high points of my face. So here, here, and then a dot in my nose. And then to set all of that, I'll be going in again with the Kat Von D powder and setting those spots. I will also be going in with my Morphe M401 brush. It's just a brush like this, and setting my face. This is a loose brush. It's not super dense, so it's not going to pack powder on my face like a ton of powder. It'll just lightly dust it on there. The more dense the brush is, I find the more powder that it deposits when you put it on your face, and I don't want a ton of powder today. And now for contouring, I'm going to be using my Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette, and I'll be going in with my crown brush. This is Jumbo Kabuki, and I go in with the shade Shadow Play and Subconscious. So I go in with these two shades right here, these two. They look similar on camera, but they're not. I like a more ashy tone to carve out my cheeks, but for bronzer today, I'm going to be using the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder in the shade 720 Sunny. It's got an outline of a sun here. This is a great bronzer from the drugstore. Blush today, I'm going to be using the MAC and Mariah Carey blush. It's in the shade You've Got Me Feeling. In my honest opinion, even though this isn't about Mariah Carey and MAC, this packaging is just super duper cheap. It is so cheap. But in the packaging, this looks like a very bright pink, and if you've been watching my channel, you know that I don't like pinks like this on my cheek. But when you put it on, it is very, very subtle. So again, it's in the shade You've Got Me Feeling, and I'm going to take my Moda Pro BMX 130 pointed blush brush and put that right on my cheeks. Now for highlighter, I'm going to be using the Jouer powder highlight in the shade Skinny Dip. I've talked about this a few times already. It's a great highlighter. And so for the face, this is done, and I will come back in 1 second with my eyes done. This is primarily just for the face and for the review of Fenty Beauty foundation and primer, but I will let you know what lipstick I wore. I am wearing the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Sepia. So I've been looking at my face in the mirror while getting ready, obviously, and so far my first impressions of the foundation and primer are amazing. The primer I don't really think did anything for me. I will have to try it with another foundation to see if it actually does do anything, because it's supposed to make, my guess, it says soft matte pro filter, so it's supposed to make your face perfected pretty much. It says Smooth pore diffusing finish, extended makeup wear. So I will see how long that this wears, and I will see, but when I put it on, I didn't see anything with my pores. I didn't see like any going over the pores, anything like that. However, the foundation, I do have to say, is perfect. So far, everything seems perfected to me. I wouldn't need a primer for this, but maybe it does make it last longer. I could also try the foundation with no primer. Again, if you're interested in knowing how this foundation and primer worked out for me, I will leave it in the description box down below on how it wore throughout the day, how my pores ended up looking, and all of that stuff. I will leave that information down below just in case you guys are interested. Also, I usually have a problem with the foundation on my nose, and this foundation seems to be staying and actually covering up what is on my nose. I do have a brand new Facebook page. It is www.facebook.com/kassbeauty, except for it is 3 S's and not 2. So it is /KASSS beauty, and that will take you to my page. Please take a look at it. I will post pictures, my videos. I will post some things about beauty, health, skincare, hair care. I will post some things on there. I'm just getting it started, so I would really appreciate if you checked it out on Facebook and gave it a like and followed my stuff on there as well. Thank you so much for watching my Fenty Beauty foundation and primer review and try on. I appreciate you watching my things. If you like the video, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video.